Hello and welcome to your video for Module 5. So that means Module 4 is complete. You're also still working on Module 1 there with Frank. So Module 5, everything is due on November 1st. So there are 2 different discussion posts and an assignment to do. So let's take a look at that. This module is called the Social Science Curriculum. So we are going to actually dive into that document and look at all those different H course codes. And this is also your beginning point of starting to think about the end deal of your unit plan that you're going to do. So the first discussion post kind of mimics the idea when you're given a course or given a topic, and I call it mining for resources, where the teacher who's taught it before gives you maybe a binder worth of stuff or a filing cabinet worth of overheads, and maybe you collect some stuff off of websites or wikis, or you got some PDFs, or you find stuff on Teacher Pay Teacher, whatever it is. And now you've got like a whole bunch of different ideas and lessons for the same topic. So the topic that is in there as your exemplar is the intro, the basic first lesson in the course HSP 3C or 3U, doesn't matter, because it's your introduction to the students on the difference between Soc, Psych, and Anthro. Alright, so these are some typical lessons and ideas that you would give those grade 11 students about introducing these 3 things. It's the most popular course, taught the most often. If you don't know what to do for your unit plan, pick HSP. There are a ton of resources and lessons made for it out there, including the ones that are in your discussion post area. So read each one, review them, but you're not submitting. Like if it tells you to fill out a chart or something, don't do that. But like with the eyes of a teacher and now thinking of your 21st century learners that we talked about from the first module, which one is the most engaging? Which one would you actually try implementing in your class? Where would it fit into the larger units? And then if you just like the concept, but you would tweak and you would do things or add things or change things, discuss that as well. Make some comments about that. So you're looking at a ton of different lesson plans and ideas for the same concept, and tell me which one you like the most. Then the next discussion post is about how you like to organize your lesson planning and what do you use, how do you use things. I personally have a smartboard in my classroom, so I've gotten really used to using the notebook software to organize all my stuff. Some people use OneNote, some people are still on PowerPoint. There's kind of no right or wrong here, but how do you organize your stuff and put it into one place, because organizing your unit is really key. And by now you should be off of doing your daily lesson plans in a huge drawn out way, but you probably still make some notes, maybe of a minds on activity, then what they do, and then transition, maybe with a little bit of timing. Like, what does that look like? What do those notes look like? And what do you hope to find? If you are looking and mining for resources and trying to find a lesson plan, what do you really hope is written on there? Okay? And make some comments and suggestions about that. Like, what do you like to find and how do you like things organized? And what's your plan for the unit plan? How are you going to do this for yourself? So it's just kind of evaluating the general idea of lesson planning and templates that are out there. On the same note of unit plans, you need to select a unit. So select a course code and then select a unit. So take that HSP course as an example. Usually there's a unit on Social, Psych, and Anthro, and then there's accommodating. So if you pick HSP, then you're picking one of those 3 major social sciences, like the Psych, and you're going to do everything from that strand on it. So this is where you need to get to by the end of this module. Decide what that course code is going to be and what strand are you teaching, what's the unit going to be called. So at the end of the assignment, it gets you to actually give that idea to me, so it will be emailed to me. If you're kind of lost, you don't know where to start, you want some advice, I am going to host a live webinar on November 5th at 8 p.m. if you want to mark that in your calendar. If that time slot doesn't work for you, please feel free to email me and I'll do a one-on-one with you. We'll come up with a good time. But as a starting point, let's say November 5th at 8. It usually only takes about half an hour for me to go through the general process. How long is a unit in secondary? How many evaluations, assessments should you have? Where to get resources from? Those kinds of things is what I talk about. It is a large assignment and it's worth the most amount of marks, so make sure you choose wisely. Then the actual assignment is really getting you to look at the curriculum document. So just make sure if you Google Ontario Social Science Curriculum, sometimes it pulls up the 2000 document, but it was updated in 2013. So really make sure you're looking at the 2013 revised version to make sure you get all the answers correct in that little scavenger hunt. And that is the assignment that goes to the Dropbox, and kind of familiarize yourself with secondary and the expectations and how many courses are out there for this document and what's in the document, what are some of the headings and things. Alright, and that's it. So 2 discussion posts and an assignment. If you have any questions, please email me. Thanks.